Well, joining me now, political reporter for the Federalist, Bre Payton, and Nick Adams, founder, executive director of the Foundation for Liberty and American Greatness. And Bre, tell me about Elizabeth Warren's motives here, because do you think she believes what she just said, or is she just trying to rile up the base? Is she trying to set herself up for 4 years from now?
Yeah, well, I think she is right when she says that voters who supported Donald Trump are motivated by anger. I think that's absolutely spot on, in that they were angry at the failures of the previous administration, and they're angry at the failures of Obama and other Democrats who told their voters to sit down and shut up as I ran these liberal, ineffective policies down your throats. And I think that for her to turn around and say that that anger was fueled by racism, I think shows that she really didn't learn the lessons of 2016. And I think right now this kind of behavior that she's doing, this kind of blame wish casting that she's employing now on MSNBC, is the same kind of mistake that Hillary and Chelsea Clinton are both doing now. They've both come out and publicly said that sexism was the reason that Hillary lost. Right. So I think her excuses and her blame casting in this way kind of falls in that vein, which is, you know, they all seem to be very deluded. Well, yesterday, Nick, I interviewed the authors of really a great book called Shattered, which they are top-notch reporters. They've been covering Hillary Clinton since the 2008 campaign, the 2016 campaign, and these are, I don't know if they're left or right, but they are very good reporters who were there in the campaign and said there was a lot of infighting, there was a lot of problems in the campaign, they didn't execute, and besides that, they had a really bad candidate. That seems to be the answer, but all these other things that they're throwing at us, I guess, are distractions.
Tom, this election that just passed had nothing to do with racism. It had everything to do with everyday, regular, ordinary Americans that had had enough of political correctness, that wanted to get their country back, that wanted to see America put first again, and that's exactly what they are now receiving. The last thing that a Liberal wants, the last thing that Senator Warren wants, is a colourblind society, because Democrats, much like Senator Warren, are invested in racial separatism because it makes for very good vote getting. But unfortunately, they couldn't do it last time, and now they're very, very upset that we have a president that is actually concentrating on what unites us rather than what divides us.
Yeah. This, switching topics, let's go out to Silicon Valley for a moment, because Facebook and other companies all the way down to the little startups, they're very big into giving their employees paid time off to go protest President Trump. These are not just tech companies. I mean, Facebook is a media company, and I can't imagine that that Fox News or the New York Times would even give people time off to go do political protesting. Bre, does this taint Facebook?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think that they're a private company, and what they decide to do with their paid time off policies is their business. But at the same time, I think you're right in just that this signaling, or this decision signals that they are biased against the president. But I think that's very clear, and that's something that we've known for years now. I mean, Facebook former employees admitted to regularly suppressing topics on the trending topics news bar, and they would go as far as to blackball conservative websites or blackball items of interest to conservative voters. So I think it is very clear that they are biased against the Republican president, and that they do have an agenda. And their latest change last week in deciding to kind of crowdsource what they call fake news, I think very clearly shows that, you know, this is who they are and this is what they want to do. They want to suppress ideas that they don't agree with and they don't like.
Nick, 10 seconds for you. What's your take on Facebook?
Yeah, Tom,
go ahead.
Look, it's another blow to common sense. It's another blow to old-fashioned, good, hard work. Wish these guys would stick to what they're good at and stay out of politics.
Yeah, I will second that motion. But with that, we call the meeting to an end. Bre